In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NFL game happening on December 21st, 2023, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game. So 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NFL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New Orleans Saints versus Los Angeles Rams. Week 16 of the NFL schedule kicks off with an electrifying clash between long-standing National Football Conference West rivals on the gridiron, set against the dazzling backdrop of the City of Angels. The anticipation is palpable as the New Orleans Saints hit the road for an exciting face-off against the Los Angeles Rams on Thursday Night Football. The Saints enter this pivotal matchup fresh off a commanding 24-6 victory over the Giants in their previous contest, where they successfully covered the line as a 6.5-point favorite. Meanwhile, the Rams, riding the wave of momentum from their 28-20 home triumph over Washington, defied the odds by covering the line as 6.5-point underdogs. As these two formidable teams prepare to renew their historic rivalry, it's worth noting that the Rams currently hold a 42-34 advantage in the all-time regular season series. However, the tides turned in the most recent showdown on November 20th, 2022, when the Saints emerged victorious with a 27-20 home win. The echoes of that thrilling encounter add an extra layer of intensity to this upcoming clash, setting the stage for a showdown that promises to be a spectacle of skill, strategy, and sheer determination. After enduring a challenging 3-game losing streak, the New Orleans Saints have experienced a remarkable resurgence, securing back-to-back victories that have propelled them to a tie with Tampa Bay for the lead in the highly competitive NFC South. The catalyst for this turnaround has undeniably been their stellar defense, which has displayed exceptional prowess by allowing a mere 6 points in each of the last 2 games. Remarkably, the defense has maintained an average concession of just 248 total yards per game, showcasing their dominance on the field. Throughout the current season, the Saints' defensive unit has consistently delivered outstanding performances, allowing an average of 19.1 points per game, a notable accomplishment that positions them as the 6th best scoring defense in the entire NFL. Their overall defensive statistics further underscore their prowess, conceding an average of 311.9 total yards per game and an impressive 185.4 passing yards per game, both ranking as the 6th best in the league. Notably, the Saints boast 14 interceptions, tying them for the 5th most in the league, and have recorded 30 sacks, placing them among the top 5 in fewest sacks allowed. Leading the charge on defense is linebacker Demario Davis, who has compiled an impressive 102 tackles, ranking him 27th in the NFL. Additionally, Davis has showcased his versatility by contributing 6.5 sacks, establishing him as the 2nd highest sack contributor for the Saints. On the offensive front, the Saints have demonstrated resilience by averaging 26 points per game in their last 2 outings, despite accumulating a modest 251.5 total yards of offense. Currently positioned at 13th in the league with an average of 22 points per game, the Saints' offensive unit is navigating challenges with an average of 334.5 total yards per game, also ranking 13th in the NFL. Furthermore, their ability to move the chains is evident in their 15th place standing with 19.4 first downs per game. Quarterback Derek Carr showcased his efficiency in the previous game, completing 23 of 28 passes for 218 yards and a season-high 3 touchdowns. Over the course of the season, Carr has amassed 3,098 passing yards, along with 16 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. However, the offense faces a potential setback as second-year wide receiver Chris Olave, who is closing in on the 1,000-yard mark, was limited in practice due to an ankle injury. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Rams rebounded impressively from an overtime loss to the Ravens, securing their 4th win in the last 5 games. Currently occupying the 7th and final playoff spot in the National Football Conference, they sit 2nd in the competitive National Football Conference West Division. In their recent matchup against Washington, the Rams demonstrated offensive prowess by amassing 445 yards, with 196 yards coming coming from rushing efforts. Offensively, the Rams rank 8th in scoring, averaging 23 points per game, and maintain a robust position in total yards with an average of 357.2 per game, ranking them 8th in the league. Their ability to sustain drives is evident in their 9th place standing with an average of 20.5 first downs per game. Star receiver Cooper Kupp has been a key asset, hauling in 8 passes for 111 yards and a touchdown in the last game, marking his second consecutive week with over 110 receiving yards and his 3rd straight game with a touchdown reception. Defensively, the Rams have faced challenges, allowing an average of 21 points per game over their last 5 outings. For the season, they concede an average of 22 points per game, placing them 19th in the NFL. Their opponents have managed an average of 336.9 total yards against the Rams defense, accompanied by 19.6 first downs per game. The defensive unit has contributed 8 interceptions and recorded an impressive 30 sacks. Notably, linebacker Ernest Jones has been a standout performer, leading the team with 125 tackles, ranking 9th in the NFL. Jones has also showcased his versatility with 3.5 sacks, 11 tackles for loss, and 4 pass deflections. As the Rams prepare for their upcoming matchup, concerns loom in the defensive backfield with Okello Witherspoon and Tree Tomlinson both listed as questionable for the Thursday night clash. This potential vulnerability adds an additional layer of intrigue to a game that promises to be a closely contested battle between two resilient teams vying for supremacy in their respective divisions. Following a tumultuous start to the season, the New Orleans Saints have managed to find some stability, placing themselves in a favorable position to secure a divisional victory. The upcoming matchup holds significant implications for both teams. A win for the Saints would substantially boost their playoff chances, elevating them from a 41% likelihood to an impressive 71%. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Rams currently stand at a 52% probability of making the postseason. The Saints' offense has exhibited remarkable improvement, particularly since their bye week in Week 10, registering 28 or more points in 4 consecutive games. However, the absence of Marshawn Lattimore in the defense, likely due to injury, presents an opportunity for the Rams to exploit the secondary with threats like Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua. The Rams' offensive dynamics notably shift when Kyren Williams is in the lineup, adding another layer of complexity to the game. On the Saints' side, injuries and uncertainties loom large. Although there's a chance that Chris Olave may return from injury, the reliability of his week-to-week availability remains questionable. Additionally, key player Ryan Ramczyk, a standout offensive lineman, did not practice on Tuesday, and the absence of Michael Thomas is also expected. Despite the temptation to back New Orleans with a 4-point advantage, the team appears to be grappling with personnel issues, making it challenging to trust their readiness, especially against a tougher opponent than the Panthers and Giants. As these teams jockey for playoff positions in the competitive National Football Conference, New Orleans navigates both the crowded National Football Conference South race and the wild card chase. In contrast, the Rams, with a more comfortable position, have secured 4 wins in their last 5 games, heading into this crucial home contest. New Orleans, with a 3-4 road record, has secured victories over weaker opponents, underscoring the challenges they might face against a formidable opponent like the Rams. Reflecting on their clash just a year ago, where New Orleans secured a 27-20 win as -2.5-point favorites, both teams enter the current matchup with momentum. However, the Rams seem to be in a superior position, controlling their destiny more decisively than the Saints. Despite the Saints' recent offensive surge, their point totals in the last 2 games appear miraculous considering their overall offensive performance. While Los Angeles may not boast the best defense, their potent offense, especially with Kupp back in full stride, should suffice, particularly considering their 4-0 against the spread record over the last 4 games. Contemplating the decision between the New Orleans Saints and the points, the hesitancy stems from concerns about the team's overall strength. The Saints' struggles in stopping the run, intermittent offensive stalls, and victories against less formidable opponents like the Giants, Panthers, and Bears raise doubts about their performance against a more competitive team. With a 4-9-1 against the spread record on the season, the Saints' inconsistency becomes more pronounced. On the flip side, the Los Angeles Rams are riding a wave of success over the last month, with the offense catching fire upon Kupp's return, contributing to an 8-5-1 against the spread record on the season. While contemplating involvement with a potentially healthier Saints team, the current state of affairs leads to a decision to roll with the hot hand at home in Los Angeles. The Rams are in peak form, showcasing enough firepower to secure a victory in this critical contest. Therefore, the Los Angeles Rams to win and cover the spread as favorites stand as our full game side pick, reflecting confidence in their current momentum and overall performance. The New Orleans Saints have showcased a solid ground game, maintaining an average of 103.2 yards per contest, with Alvin Kamara leading the charge, amassing an impressive 630 yards and securing 5 touchdowns. Defensively, the Saints have proven resilient, allowing an average of 19 points and 311.9 yards per game. Noteworthy performances include Demario Davis leading with 102 tackles, Carl Granderson contributing 7.5 sacks, and Paulson Adebo boasting 4 interceptions. On the other side of the field, the Los Angeles Rams have demonstrated their prowess in the ground game, averaging 121.3 yards per contest, led by Kyren Williams, who has accumulated an impressive 953 yards and 8 touchdowns. Defensively, the Rams have held their ground, permitting an average of 22 points and 336.9 yards per game. Standout defensive performances include Ernest Jones leading with 125 tackles, Aaron Donald with 6 sacks, and Akello Witherspoon securing 3 interceptions. Recent observations of both the Rams and Saints in action reveal 2 high-powered offenses that consistently deliver compelling performances. The Rams have scored 28 or more points in 4 consecutive games, showcasing their offensive prowess. Meanwhile, the Saints have managed to score 24 or more points in their last 3 games, highlighting their offensive capabilities despite earlier struggles in the red zone. The potential return of Chris Olave to the Saints lineup could provide quarterback Derek Carr with a reliable target in critical situations, potentially resolving red zone challenges. Furthermore, with the dynamic Alvin Kamara in the backfield, the Saints should be poised to generate substantial yardage. The Rams, on the other hand, will likely rely on the consistent performance of Matt Stafford's arm and the effectiveness of their wide receivers on the perimeter. Drawing comparisons, the closest offensive resemblance to the Rams that the Saints have faced recently is the Detroit Lions, who managed to put up 33 points against the Saints in New Orleans. If the Saints can muster 26 points in their last 2 games despite earlier offensive struggles, it's plausible to anticipate them scoring against a somewhat average Rams defense. The Rams defense has shown vulnerability, conceding at least 19 points in their last 3 games and allowing 20 points or more in 7 games this season. Conversely, the Los Angeles offense has been formidable, averaging 33 points per game over their last 4 games and reaching a minimum of 26 points in 7 games this season. Considering these factors, and with a trend of high-scoring games in recent outings, the over has hit 3-1 in the Rams' last 4 games, and all 4 of the Saints' overs this season have occurred in their last 8 games. Consequently, our full game total pick leans towards over the projected total, anticipating a high-scoring affair on Thursday Night Football. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.